Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Tuesday, October the 17th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the Wheel of the Year tarot cards. So we start off with the Two of Cups, and I feel like maybe you're starting something new, fresh. I feel like, I don't know if this is like a relationship anniversary or like an engagement, but I feel like March. I feel like they're showing like when you watch the news, this is in Nova Scotia. They're showing like how the flowers are starting to bloom and peek through, and this is when the time of year where you would get daffodils and those early spring flowers. So I feel like that's what they're saying. Like you're gonna get this bloom in your life, this commitment in your life. I feel like this is something you've been manifesting. They were showing for me where on my vision board, it was 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in March. That's crazy. Um, not 2 years that I did the board, but it's like 2 years that I did that. Like when I did my vision board, I should start working on that. And it's just like manifesting and bringing things in. You know what I mean? And I feel like one of the things was that, and I was like 50-50 partners. I had like a cardinal with their partner. So, the males are very bright and the females this gray color. So they reminded me of the cockatoos that I had when I was a kid. And I feel like that's what they were talking about is like bringing that kind of partnership where it's equal and it's like I was talking about, like all the love that you've put out into the world will find its way back to you. Not that I've said that, but I mean like when I was conversating with someone. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's like everything, all the positive light, all the healing, everything you've done is like for this purpose. I feel like this is going to be a committed relationship. Will it be marriage? I feel like a later marriage, later down the road. I don't feel like it's going to be something right now. But I just feel like it's just for, I don't know why you would get, like, not like, why would you get married? But it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like you guys are committed to each other and it's like, do we really have to get married, But I feel like it's just, I guess just for the sake to say that we're married, you know what I mean? So I do get Venus with this, like with the color. I feel like the timeline, I feel like because the birthstone of green is Virgo, so maybe this will be like late August, September, kind of reunion. So who knows? I love with the Four of Cups. What I'm feeling, I feel like it's not like you don't have to work to like for this to fill your cup. I feel like it's just your cups are going to be flooded over. I always been hearing that for like a little bit now. It's just like over and over and over and over again. It's like your trust, It was like with myself, like the holiest holiday of the year. And they're just like, I had booked it off and they're like, well, we're not going to pay you for it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to argue about this. I already booked it off. I'm off. Like, I'm like, I know in some way, somehow, God will sit there and take care of it. And it was just like blessing after blessing after blessing. Because I'm just like, you know what I mean? It's like I booked it off. If this is the games you're going to play, fine, whatever. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, it was already booked off. It was already planned. That's that. If you know what I mean? Anyway. But I feel like that's where it's just like having that unwavering faith. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like someone I've read for a very long time that I care about, that I love, just sat there and it's just like, here. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, you didn't have to do that. They're like, no, like I always tell anyone I read for, and that's not why I do it because I expect anything in return. It's just like, I'm like, I am here by your side as long as you need me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not asking for anything. I don't want anything. You know what I mean? A lot of times it's become this like, friendship, this bond, you know, this camaraderie where, like we were just like, oh my, I belly laughed with them for like, we were talking until like, frig, I think maybe 3-4 in the morning. And they're just like, okay, I gotta go to bed. I'm like, yeah, me too. I gotta, you know what I mean? But it was nice to have that where it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't talk every day, you know what I mean? But it's just like, to have someone in my life like that, I'm just like, damn, like, thank you so much for that, Like, you didn't have to do that. But I show people the respect that should be given, It's just like, I understand where some people are just like, it does come but it's like you can tell the people that are there for friendship because it's an exchange of energy, and people that are there just for the purpose of like, oh, pull cards for me. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm always pulling cards, if you're always asking me to pull cards for you, then it's like you're obviously not here for a friendship. You're not here for an equal exchange. You're here just to use me. So it's like you know who's there and who's not. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but it's just like we had this big old belly laugh and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I love his energy. Like he's someone that I cherish and I hope I you know, we're friends forever because he's just, I love the way that he is, you know? His mutual respect. We have the world card here and I feel like this is where things are like, where your universe is like, you need to let this part go in either to move forward. If you follow my account, you will see that. You can't let the past dictate the future. You can't let one run into the other. It's like, you know what I mean? I feel like with this freeing energy of the Nine of Swords, where it's just like, if you see this card, and this is a minor message, where you're constrained, or you feel this emotional constraint. Something is constraining you. We got the Hangman, and I said, this feels like chrysalis energy, where it's just like, you know, the chrysalis is hanging from the stem, and it's just like you were in this chrysalis because you needed to heal. You needed to be transformed. But now you're ready to fly. We were getting a lot of butterfly energy, you know what I mean? Where it's just like that transformation. And I feel like that's what they're saying. You're no longer constricted. You know what I mean? I feel like with the Hangman, it's like you know what's constricting you, and this could be the past. And it's like you need to move forward. With determination and dedication, you will be wearing the victor wearing the wreath. And I feel like that's why you're victorious. This is why this is in the opposite direction. I feel like with this Six of Wands energy, they're showing, I don't know if you've ever seen like the movies where it's like the 70s and they have like the streamers and they're dancing around. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a wedding stick or something like that. And it's like the women dance around and they have like they're wearing those beautiful flowy dresses, very hippie energy. But I feel like it's like that free loving flowy energy. You know what I mean? They're showing this, so it could be like a what do you call that? You definitely get celebration here, but a bachelorette party. You know what I mean? I feel like with the bonus cards, I feel like they're saying it's, you know, you're putting swords in front of you, but you're moving forward. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like moving. That's where I say like don't let the past bring into the future. You know, but they're showing this like Five of Cups energy, and I feel like this is something that has had emotional toll on you. And I feel like for some of us, like, you know, have gone through a separation, divorce, bereavement, it's like, you know, you feel like, I feel like someone is playing games with someone though, where it's just like, I feel like they're moving forward and this person isn't ready to let you go. I don't know if they're like just insecure and they're just like, there's a possibility of leaving my life, or they just like playing games with people. I don't know. I don't understand that kind of energy. You know what I mean? I don't want to, but it's just like where it's just like the person is like trying to move forward, but they keep on pulling them back. It's like, you know, no, don't. It's, I don't know if you've ever watched The Walking Dead, how Lori did that with Shane and Rick, where Shane wanted to leave and she could have let him leave and none of that would have happened, but she sat there, she's like, don't go. You know what I mean? And he was like, do you mean that? She's like, yeah. And it just, you know what I mean? She would feed Shane something, she would feed Rick something, you know, she would sit in the tent, he thinks that I'm his. He thinks this baby's his. He thinks me, Carl, and this baby are his. You know what I mean? You know, so it's just like she's planting the seeds where it's like turning them against each other. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is where this person is being poisonous, and it's like this person's trying to move forward and they're just like, no, don't go. You know what I mean? Or giving them some sort of false hope. You know what I mean? And it's like if you watch their, I guess, social medias, you know what I mean? It's like you could see where, you know, they're misguiding you. So I feel like this is where Spirit is just like, you know, you got to be more, get out of kind of la la land. Get, you know what I mean? To get out of the delusion, you know? And it's like, live for yourself. Do what makes you happy. You don't answer to anyone anymore. You two are no longer in a relationship. So you can sit there and move forward, you know? Don't feel like guilty. I know there's a part of you that still loves this person, but it's just like, you know what I mean? You can't, I don't feel like they would ever choose you. I feel like as long as this person's in their life, they would choose you if this person left tomorrow. You know? Then they would be with you until the next one came around. So, you know what I mean? You're not a forever person. They're just using you. You know? So you got to be careful of that. Be mindful of that. Do what makes you happy. You don't have to answer to that person no more. They chose what they chose. You're free to go and do what you need to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Tuesday, October the 17th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.